We are still 5 days away from Republicans taking over the House of Representatives, but a standoff between House Republicans and President Joe Biden has already begun. Politico was first to report that the Biden administration has rebuffed requests for documents and testimony from two incoming Republican committee chairmen. In letters to incoming Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan and incoming Overnight Chair James Comer, the White House counsel's office writes this, quote, Congress has not delegated such oversight authority to individual members of Congress who are not committee chairmen. Should the committee issue similar or other requests in the 118th Congress, we will review and respond to them in good faith. Translation, you are not chairman yet. Come back to us when you have a gavel in your hand. Republicans already expressed outrage at the Biden administration's stern rebuke. But here's the thing. The Biden administration is simply operating under precedent set by one Donald Trump during his standoff with House Democrats during the first 2 years of his administration. So we wonder, is this a preview of the kinds of standoffs we can expect to see over the next 2 years? To answer that question for us, joining us now is Politico correspondent Heidi Przybyla. She broke this story. Heidi, take us through your reporting.
Hey, Nicole, right. Well, the White House is really concerned that given the volume of letters and requests that they've already gotten from expected incoming GOP chairmen, that they're really setting the stage here to fire off a subpoena cannon, basically a spray of subpoenas early in the new year, which they told me would really break with historical precedent of there being really a process for oversight whereby you exchange information, you talk about what you're able to share and negotiate, really. And that hasn't taken place here. This has just been a couple of members who are coming in. They're going to be the chairman. They are not yet. And the White House said, basically, what they're trying to do is head off a theater here, a show of kind of kicking up a lot of smoke before they've had a chance to respond. And Nicole, I looked at some of these letters, and the thing that they're concerned about is they're really broad requests made as if these members are already chairmen, already have all of the investigative powers of being chairman, requesting, for instance, all documentation on any communication on the withdrawal from Afghanistan, for instance. And then in the case of Jim Jordan, who is going to most likely be the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, there's a history there of Jim Jordan himself, which I'm sure is going to come up throughout this entire saga, Nicole, that we're going to see play over these next 2 years of Jim Jordan himself not responding to subpoena, fighting a subpoena in the case of the January 6th committee.
And what is it, other than the withdrawal from Afghanistan, what are they looking for at a substantive level, if there is one?
And Nicole, I think there's going to have to be a delineation here for the White House between what are legitimate oversight requests when it comes to, for instance, the withdrawal from Afghanistan, the situation at the border. I know that the chairman, for instance, of the Oversight Committee says they want to get back to their roots of investigating waste, fraud, and abuse when it comes to the use of COVID funding. But then they're going to have members on the committee like Marjorie Taylor Greene who are saying, no, we're going to force McCarthy and Comer to go back and relitigate and investigate the investigators, for instance, with the January 6th committee. So given all of the leadership battle that is going on right now and the demands on McCarthy, there's no guarantee that Comer is going to be able to stick to what a lot of his staff have told me are these more traditional priorities versus going after the Bidens, for instance, on Hunter Biden and transaction reports with the Treasury Department and trying to link those to Joe Biden, even though there is no link there as far as we can tell at this time. So that'll be where the rub is and where this White House probably is going to determine, okay, these are the things that we will engage on, but we feel very little responsibility to engage on these other issues, especially given what went down over the past 4 years of the Trump administration and just the uniform stonewalling of pretty much all subpoenas.
Heidi Przybyla, we are grateful that you were on this story. We will stay on it as well. Thank you for your time tonight.